This is Glenn Forkamp from Gamer Headquarters, and I'm sitting here at Otakon 2017 with Kyle Hebert. And Kyle, how did you do voice acting? How did you get started off in all that?
I kind of came from radio, actually. I'm one of those rare birds. A lot of folks cross over from theater or on camera. I was the shy kid, always afraid. I can't memorize lines, super shy. But yet I wanted to perform. So I was interested in radio and broadcast and all that stuff. Got a degree in broadcast from a radio TV film in the University of North Texas, right outside Dallas, back in the early 90s. And had a radio career, and then come along 2000, heard about auditions at Funimation through some radio station coworkers. Went in, tried out for Dragon Ball Z, and it's been history ever since. You know, I've started out as a fan of the stuff. Remember when Dragon Ball Z first came to the States in the Ocean dub, the Canadian cast, which re-aired over and over in Toonami, and then they moved their operations to Texas. And I've been a part of the Dragon Ball universe ever since. Even now, living in Los Angeles, I get to record on Dragon Ball Super, currently on Toonami, and Stardust Crusaders, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the third series, which is now on Toonami as well. And been very lucky. Blue Exorcist, about to show the Kyoto arc, the second season, on Hulu, starting September 1st. And yeah, it's fantastic to go for 17 years. You know, just doing something I've always wanted to do since childhood.
Right, and you do from Dragon Ball Z, you do the voice of Gohan, and you also do it in the video games. Like they have the Xenoverse video games, so you do Gohan in the games. You also do Ryu from Street Fighter.
Yeah, Ryu, Street Fighter, and Capcom. God, yeah, it's crazy to be a part of multiple really huge pop culture franchises. You know,
how do you compare doing the voice acting for the shows as opposed to the video games?
Well, the shows, since a lot of the shows I do are anime, you're doing a dubbing, which means the final product, of course, is pre-existing. You're dubbing matching lip sync, whereas with video games, frequently the animation isn't done yet, so lip sync is not so much a factor. More so, if it's a Japanese game, we're dubbing it into English. We have to match the timing of the Japanese audio. If it is an American game, they'll tell us, hey, you know, deliver this line faster or slower, but there's not specific time constraints. But they are similar in that games and anime dubs are also one actor at a time because of the technical constraints. You're matching lip sync or you're matching audio or whatnot, so you just call in one actor at a time. Whereas if it were a cartoon, you'll have the entire cast together, like a radio play, do one scene at a time over maybe a second take, maybe a third take with some alternate improv and stuff like that. And improv is a key skill that any actor needs to bring to their role, whatever it is, even if they're reading words verbatim and have to stick to the script. Improv allows some sort of sensibility to flow and make it sound more organic and sound natural, you know. And that's our goal as the actor, is to, of course, please the client and the director by giving a performance that seems like it's not being read, you know.
Right. Okay. And the other thing is, you have a podcast also that you're doing. How does that tie in with your? Is it like pop culture?
I've had it off and on through the years. Yes, Big Ball Broadcast I've done. It's currently on hiatus, but we might be bringing it back because now we're in the YouTube generation and the Twitch generation. You know, bringing video content and all that, and we're thinking about dabbling and bringing it back. I was part of my podcast was hosted on Kevin Smith's Smodcast network, but that streaming service went away, and now it's just the core stuff. I still do read the promos for Kevin Smith's podcast though, which is fantastic. I love being part of that because I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. But as a podcaster, yeah, geek news. You know, it doesn't matter whether we're reviewing or just talking pop culture, all stuff. And until we decide what format or what we're going to do with the next generation of it, I kind of still go to the convention scene, and I'll do a panel called Geek Talk, where I encourage people to bring their opinions, and we'll talk about, like, hey, what do you guys think about the new Marvel movie? Or how about this? Did you like this? Or how about the new Kong movie? Are you into the new kaiju stuff? Or Android versus iPhone, Nintendo Switch, is it going to take off, or is it different things. Stuff that I'm truly interested in, you know, whether it's music, multimedia, movies, TV, genre. type stuff. Yeah.
So do you find that the podcast, it's similar, I guess it would like kind of be getting back to your radio roots again. Is it more freeing that you can basically talk about anything you want as far as like having like a program manager telling what you have to talk about or advertisers to
Oh, yeah.
appease?
Yeah. Once you start bringing in sponsors, it gets that slippery slope of like, well, maybe I have to self-censor. Maybe there's some things I shouldn't talk about because then, oh, well, we can't advertise with that. I haven't really dealt with sponsors. I haven't ever gotten to that level. But it is freeing to know. Ever since podcasts first, I think, hit mainstream media, I guess, in 2005, I want to say. That's when I started hearing about podcasts. Like, I want to start my own. Why not? Everyone else can. Anyone with an internet connection and a microphone.
Yep.
And that was so exciting, because I grew up in the day when you had to apply for an FCC license.
Right.
If you want to do a talk show or have a niche sort of music show on a radio station, you have to go on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. or something, or be on a public radio station where it's volunteer driven and asking for donations all the time and stuff. And now we're with the YouTube generation where it's like, hey, donate, if you like us, subscribe, all that stuff. So it's kind of coming full circle. But yeah, the ability to hit a button anywhere in the planet and hear a talk show about some things so specific you wouldn't think that there'd be a talk show dedicated to it. It's out there. And that's fantastic. It's so freeing. It's so wonderful that the people have a voice, literally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you say your podcast is on hiatus right now.
Currently,
and,
yeah.
Are we kind of wrapping up Dragon Ball Z, or?
Well, Z has been wrapped up for some time, but
Yeah.
we do continue to bring out new games, and hopefully we'll get to be a part of the next games.
Right, that's what I was going to
come
say.
out.
The games aren't going away.
The games aren't going away. And Dragon Ball, obviously, Super is a huge hit. So we're forging ahead with dubbing those episodes into English, and since retro is in, all that's old is new again. We have the redub of Sailor Moon, we have the redub of Z and whatnot, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a very older property, but now it's new again. It's becoming a big thing. It's pretty exciting. It's very amazing to get to do something that you love and be a part of something that you're a fan of too. Yeah, love it all.
Yeah, so what's on the horizon here? What are your new projects?
A lot of stuff I'm under NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Can't talk about it until it comes out. But we have dubbed just the new Blue Exorcist, which will be on Hulu. It's called the Kyoto Arc. It's the second season. I think it's only about 12 episodes. It's much shorter, but it is a sequel. The fans wanted it, and it's happening. Dragon Ball Super is continuing. I've got some more games on the pipeline, but of course I'll be allowed to talk about it once they come out. So follow me on social media at Kyle Hebert, which is Hebert. On Twitter is where I'm mostly posting stuff, but KyleHebert.com too, to promote new projects and appearances for conventions and whatnot. And yeah, we'll see you in the social media space.
Okay, well, so then it's wrapping up here now. This is Glenn Fordcamp from GamerHeadquarters.com, finishing up here at Otakon 2017 with Kyle Hebert.
Thank you so much.